Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Alangku Muhammad Iman Hazik bin Pengiran Sanusi Iskandar 23B0806. In this video, me and my friend Faik are going to delve thoroughly and examine the key points of the importance of Arabic grammar in Al-Sunnah. Before we start, let's look into a brief meaning of today's topic. Arabic grammar is like the foundation in understanding any context of the language. It acts as a bridge to understand the actual meaning of the language in Al-Sunnah. In Al-Sunnah, the grammar provides the framework to understand the actual meaning and the contextual aspect of the Sunnah. In this topic, we will divide this topic within three main subtopics, which is the first one, the role of Arabic grammar in deducing any hukum in usul al-fiqh. The second one will be the role of Arabic language, which is the role of understanding Arabic language in Al-Sunnah, and the third one will be corrupted understanding of Al-Sunnah, which is the example of it. In Islam, both Al-Sunnah and Hadith refer to the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, while Hadith specifically refers to his saying, actions, and approval. Al-Sunnah is a significant part of the Islamic revelation, and being the second after Al-Quran, it is considered as the second primary resources in Islamic jurisprudence. Thus, it is really important to know the authenticity of the Hadith as a way to preserve it. To start, the Arabic language has been used before the coming of Islam across the Arabian Peninsula from different branches of people, tribes, countries, and etc. As a result, it is not surprising that different dialects and slangs of the language began to develop and grew more and more. Moreover, the widespread of Islam globally introduced new converts from non-Arabic speakers across the globe. And it is known that the Arabs are expert with grammatical rules and composition naturally without any need to learn them. This is because they are born with their surrounding with Arabic language, and learning of Arabic becomes active with writing in Arabic. Thus, new converts from non-Arabic speaker at the latter stage must learn and study hard the Arabic language and grammar to learn more about Islam. Due to this, non-native speakers tend to find it difficult to understand and recognize the authenticity of any particular Al-Sunnah and their aspect in contextual and the actual meaning, and may lead to misunderstanding of or misinterpretation of the Al-Sunnah narration. While understanding it authentically requires expertise in Arabic grammar, particularly in three main principles, which is Nahu, Saraf, and Balaghah. Also, expertise in the Arabic grammar enables the user to grasp the literal and contextual meanings of Al-Sunnah, preserving it against any misinterpretation or any misleading meaning. And it shows the understanding based on three main aspects, which is the meaning of words, meaning based on the words, and the meaning based on the context. Now let's move on the first part, which is the role of Arabic grammar in deducing any hukum in usul al-fiqh. We as a Muslim must live accordance with the Sharia that has been set from the sacred text of Al-Quran and Al-Sunnah. Any hukum deduced from both of the sacred texts must have full understanding in order to interpret the text to explain further the evidence of the hukum that has been deduced. And one of the significant contributions in Al-Sunnah understanding is possessing Arabic grammar expertise, which is proficiency. In context of usul al-fiqh, Arabic language is rich in methodologies. For instance, an Arabic word could be defined by number of meanings, and on the other hand, a number of words could have one meaning. Furthermore, to differentiate among true sense, which is hakikat, and metaphor or majaz in any Al-Sunnah word is significant to apply a textual understanding of it. And the study of Al-Sunnah understanding can be said that it overlaps and related with the jurisprudence and its sciences, especially on extracting any of the hukum from Al-Sunnah. To summarize, the proficiency of Arabic grammar are the methodologies in extracting hukum from Al-Sunnah by understanding its textual and contextual aspect before extracting it. Lastly, it is very crucial to highlight the role of Arabic grammar, jurisprudences, and its sciences.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now let's move on to the role of understanding Arabic language in Al-Sunnah. To understand Sunnah, which is an explanation of the Quran, we must first learn the language. So how do we learn the language? Language is required for studying the Hadith. According to Ibn al-Salah, a learner of Hadith must have sufficient knowledge of the Arabic language, the Nahu, the Saraf, the Balaghah, and the others. Next, according to Al-Khatib, learning Hadith without knowledge of Arabic is like wearing a headless burnous. A burnous is like a scarf that the Arabics wear during the Prophet Muhammad's time. Al-Mizi stated in his book Tahdib Kamaru Rijal that studying the book requires a thorough understanding of Arabic grammar and syntax, the science of usul and furu, the hadith, dates, and the others. Now let's move on to some correct understandings in Al-Sunnah. Firstly, relating the black and white crack, which was stated in the Al-Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah in ayat 187, and also it was also stated in Al-Bukhari or Muslim, Al-Bukhari 4509 and Muslim 1090. Next, let's move on to the Tama'ina, which was stated in Al-Bukhari in 757, Muslim 397, and also mentioned in Ibn Abidin 1992, Ibn Taymiyyah 1995, 22. And next, the 5 practices of the fitrah in Al-Bukhari 5889, Muslim 49, Ibn Daqiq 1987, 1125, 126. Now let's talk about the black and white thread. In the Quran, this black and white thread have been stated in the surah that I have mentioned before. And then Adi bin Abi Hatim radiallahu anhu, he took the meaning literally, which is the black and white thread. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has explained that the black and white thread here is just a metaphor, which what the metaphor is, it is the night and day. And this meaning should not be taken literally, just like Adi bin Abi Hatim, but instead to be used metaphorically. Ibn al-Abidin has stated, according to Ibn al-Abidin, Al-Jurjani stated that the law for Tama'ina is sunnah rather than compulsory. But Ibn al-Abidin has refuted this opinion. He cited the hadith where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked a man to repeat his prayer after the man had not done the Tama'ina well. And then if Tama'ina was sunnat, as Al-Jurjani said, then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would only make a remark about this, and not ask the man to repeat his prayers. Let's move on to the 5 practices that are included in fitrah. According to Ibn Daqiq, the word fitrah in the preceding hadith is regarded as sunnah. But scholars of the Maliki sect have stated that the law of circumcision is sunnah. This commandment is summarized by the fiqh scholars defining Sunnah as Sunnah. Ibn Daqiq clarified that the term Sunnah, which Rasulullah understood, refers to actions, words, or activities that the Muslim community is expected to follow. The term Sunnah, meaning Sunnah, was not used in the Prophet's time, during Prophet's time. Instead, it was popularized after the revelation. Next, let's move on to the diacritic errors, but this time in Sadaqah. According to Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah, Sadaqah, the term Sadaqah is spelled with a Dhammah diacritic at the end. According to Ibn al-Daqiq, if it is Dhammah diacritic at the last letter of the word, then Sadaqah transforms it into khabar. Sadaqah refers to the property or things left by Rasulullah SAW and which cannot be inherited, and instead should be distributed to all of the Muslims, to the Muslim community in it. The Shia sect added a fathah at the end of the last letter, Sadaqah. While narrating the above Sunnah, however, the fathah diacritic at the end, of the word transforms it into maf'ulun bih. The word Sadaqah, after it had turned into maf'ulun bih, will change the word from what to know. According to Al-Shaykh, the property left by Rasulullah should be passed down to his predecessors and not be distributed to the Muslim community in need. In conclusion, given the above discussion, we conclude that the Arabic language or Arabic grammar is needed to further delve into Islamic studies, which is to delve into the Islamic texts, also known as the Quran or the Sunnah. The student should reach an appropriate level of language, of mastery in the Arabic language, in their nahu, in their saraf, in their eloquence or their balagha, and also to be careful of the diacritic or their diacritic errors, because even if we change a single diacritic, then the whole word could change and possibly make the meaning wrong. So mastery of Arabic language is required, so that which is crucial for identifying errors in Islamic texts and preventing irresponsible parties from spreading this misinformation or incorrect interpretations of the Sunnah to others, of the Sunnah or the Al-Quran to others. That is all from us. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.